Good morning, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world. You've tuned in to the Mac City Morning Show. My name is Elliot Pierre, and I'll be your host today. We're going to start off the show the same way we always do, with a moment of gratitude. I know you could be doing a million other things with your time, so the fact that you're spending with us really does mean the world to me. Now, on that note, Tanner, hit him with the intro.
How's she cutting, me loves? You're listening to the Mac City Morning Show.
All right, we got a banger today. This is going to be fun. I know it's going to be fun. The gentleman we have here, me and him have bumped into each other once or twice at a local barbershop. That's Thickwood Barbershop next to the Black Horse Pub. Big shout out to Ali and the boys. Also, we connected once or twice online. He's mentioned or seen me running, so it's going to be a good one. So, as per usual, I do not introduce my guests. I let them do that themselves. So on that note, sir, can you please tell everybody who you are and what you're about?
Awesome. My name's Kevin Faulkner. I've been in Fort McMurray since I was a young teenager into an adult now. Went the mining trade.
Okay.
Worked on site since I was 18 years old, and that's where I continue to grow.
There we go, man.
Awesome.
Sweet. So you work out at site since you were 18. Were you part of the rap program, or did you just get a job right out of high school?
No, actually, I ended up getting a job. So when I first came up here, I had to work to survive, more or less.
Yeah.
It wasn't a chance to go to school, certain circumstances. But
Yeah.
a friend of a friend for Goloski Trucking back in the day ended up putting me in touch with the general manager.
Okay.
So I've never been in a mine before, never did anything like that, and I reached out to him, and he actually gave me a job.
Nice.
I ended up getting out to Syncrude Aurora, and it was quite the surprise when I first seen a 797 roll up to me.
That's right.
I was kind of like, what did I just get myself into?
That's right.
Yeah. It's been pretty good. I've been doing it for a long time now. I've stayed consistently in mining.
Yeah.
I run all heavy equipment, everything from hydraulic shovel down.
Okay.
And now I've been in supervision for about 7 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What site are you at?
For the generalize of my career, it's always been at Suncor Base Mine or Syncrude, both Base Mine and Aurora.
Right.
But recently, my company Flint just started a new HEO contract at CNRL Horizon.
Okay.
So we just started that up in February, and it's been amazing. So,
That's awesome, man. That's a bit of a drive now, though.
yeah, every single day I got to drive 2 hours, an hour there,
An hour back. Now are you catching the bus? You driving?
Driving. Company
Okay.
drive. So what we do is we get up at about 20 to 5, and then I leave the house for 10 after 5
Okay.
to be there for 6:30 every day.
So when you're driving, what are you doing? You listening to music? You listening
Absolutely.
to podcasts?
100%.
Yeah?
Music and trying to watch out for all the crazy drivers.
There you go. Okay, so what kind of music? What do you listen? What are you bumping to in your car or your
Oh
truck?
man, I am all over the place when it comes to music. I guess it really depends on what I'm feeling that day. So I listen to classical music, jazz, blues, 1950s, 1940s,
Yeah.
rap, rock, everything modern.
Okay,
I'm not necessarily into the rap this day and age because
that's right.
I don't like that music whatsoever. I find every rapper is generalized the same.
That's right.
But anything from, say, the 1980s to 2000, absolutely.
Nice. That's right. I try to give new rap a bit of a chance from time to time. There's a few good rappers nowadays. And I'm sounding like an old man, but like you got like Childish Gambino, J.
absolutely.
Cole,
Yeah.
Joyer
Drake.
Lucas. Joyer Lucas.
Yeah, he's okay. Yeah, but yeah, there are some some mumble rappers and stuff.
So you like spoken word,
yes,
basically
100%.
storytelling.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like J. Cole has this one song. Listen, if plug your ears, it's a great song though. It's called "Wet Dream."
What dream?
Like it's like he paints a story of this young man losing his virginity, basically.
Cool.
And how nervous he was, and like meeting the girl in school, and literally you close your eyes, and he's painted a picture in words.
Yeah.
And is it a little bit risque? 100%. The topic is. But man, I love spoken word, and my favorite line of rap, hands down, is Biggie Smalls.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm not gonna say the whole quote, but I'm gonna change it a little bit, but she messed around, so I made her milk box material. Like, what? In all the word, like, for people at home who don't understand that, because it's Shakespearean, is he murdered somebody.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's lots of way to say, like, I killed somebody. She messed around, so I made her milk box material. Like, if that's not
That's
poetry,
incredible.
I don't know what is. So yeah, I'm a big lover of rap from back in the day. But yeah, the new stuff I try, and some of it's good, but for the most part, some of it's pure garbage.
Oh yeah, I can't.
Pure
I
garbage.
listen to it now, and it almost sounds like I'll change radio stations, and it'll be the same exact person, or well, not same.
That's right.
But a different person, but same exact sound.
That's right.
And
That's
you're
it.
like, my God, this is just complete trash.
That's it.
I read a quote the other day, and it went, the reason that you think that music from prior times is better than music now is because the bad music didn't make it through.
That's right. That is true. There was a lot of bad rappers back in like the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. But yeah, no, I love, like yourself, I'm all over the map. It kind of depends on what I'm driving. Like I have a black 4Runner outside. Big shout out to Noral Toyota. Thank you very much for hooking me up. But when I drive the 4Runner, more often than not, like, yeah, I'm listening to like rap music. There's a video, go search it out there, Busta Rhymes. He's driving a old school 4Runner, one of his first videos. Woo-ha. But I love 4Runners. I love Toyotas in general. But I have a classic car, a 1979 MG Midget, just a little red convertible. When I'm driving that, it's all classic rock, man.
That's
like,
it.
Yeah, Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, the Beatles and stuff. So,
Nice.
yeah.
That's usually when I'm out on my bike riding around. I wear a rock helmet, so it has built-in stereo system.
Nice.
Usually when I'm out on that, I don't necessarily listen to rap.
Right.
But it's definitely all rock.
Yeah.
Rock and grunge music, you know, Green Day and Newfound Glory and stuff like that to rock out to. Yeah.
That's it. That's awesome. So now you've been in Fort McMurray for a while now. So what actually brought you? Where are you from, and what brought you to Fort Mac?
I am from Sydney Mines, Cape Breton. Well, North Sydney
okay.
/ Sydney Mines. My mom lived in North Sydney. My dad lived in Sydney Mines.
Right.
And originally, when I was younger, young, I was going down that path of skipping school and not really integrated into that, not liking it anymore. So my mom kind of gave me the option of, you're either going to go to school or you got to go to work.
Right. Good options.
Yeah, absolutely. So I chose the work option because I didn't want to go to school anymore.
Right.
And I was brought to Fort McMurray. And that's kind of, I think, around 15, 16 years old.
Okay.
When I first came here, and I started off at Starbucks, Safeway downtown.
Yeah.
And then I went to Starbucks, and then from Starbucks to Diggers. I worked at Diggers as a bouncer for quite a while.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Listen, I love Diggers.
It was amazing, yeah.
Diggers was the spot. Like, I couldn't wait to turn 18 years old. I'm born and raised here. So I couldn't wait to go to Diggers. Little thing about Diggers, little known fact for the old new schoolers who don't know this, there used to be a Chinese restaurant.
There was in the back.
Yeah, above and in the back, but it used to be on top. I remember as a kid, it was like, from my memories, and they're fading nowadays, but it was like what the old school movies look like in regards to describing a Chinese restaurant. It was red and had like curtains and velvet and stuff.
Absolutely.
Don't forget the guy who sold hot dogs outside.
Yeah.
Oh, the hot dog man, yeah.
He was good. I liked him. I also liked about Diggers, you could get off sales after the place closed. Like,
man, they were expensive though.
They were.
Holy moly. Six-pack would cost you $30.
That's right. But man, it was a spot. And it, like the carpet going up the stairs, just classic. We had a few days ago, it aired yesterday, I think, Keith McGrath.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if you know, you've probably heard of Keith.
Absolutely, yeah.
He got his start in Fort McMurray back in the day, being one of the DJs.
Oh, really?
At Diggers.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so he went literally from DJ at Diggers to counselor. His story from there to there is hilarious, actually.
Awesome.
So, okay, so Diggers. So you worked at Diggers for a while, and then you transitioned to site.
I did. So yeah, I worked at Diggers bouncing. I actually started as a bar porter. You know, when you get your 18th birthday, you're loaded drunk, and you're like, oh, I'd love to work here.
Yeah.
And then I went and talked to Butch Fox.
Yeah.
That very same night, and very not coherent. I told him that I wanted a job, and At first, he didn't take me serious, but I kept bugging him through the night, and eventually he told me to be at work the next night.
Right.
So I showed up. I was a bar porter.
Yeah.
My problem was that I couldn't necessarily keep my hands to myself. Not necessarily a fighting way, but
Yeah.
I was always getting involved in the fights and breaking them up and stuff like that. And
That's right.
they eventually seen better opportunity for me as a bouncer than a bar porter.
There you go.
So I bounced there for quite a few years. I think like 3.5 to 4 years I bounced there.
Okay.
So what I was doing halfway through that, I ended up getting my job on site. So it was like, my first year at Diggers is my first year on site.
Right.
So I did the balance back and forth between site and the club.
Nice. I couldn't do it, man.
It was hard.
I couldn't. The reason I couldn't do it, like, because I have this fantasy of me owning a bar and being a bartender, and it's a romantic idea. I don't have self-control. If it's a Friday night and it's popping,
Yeah, you're like,
I'm joining the party. There's no way. I'm just like, oh yeah, I'll pour you a drink and I'll sit here and watch. Like there's not a chance. So you gotta have self-control to work in a bar.
You do. With the bars here in Alberta, staff are not supposed to drink regardless. So,
That's right.
Supposed to.
yeah, supposed to. I'm not sure how strict it is nowadays because I really haven't been out to a bar since I was 26 years old.
Yeah.
I don't drink alcohol. I don't go to bars. I don't like being around drunk people. It's kind of
Yeah.
something I grew out of and something that I really don't like. But at the time, the liquor agency,
Yeah.
liquor board or whatever you want to call them, would show up randomly.
Oh, okay.
And you wouldn't know who they were. The only people that they would be able to tell was the manager, which would be Butch.
Right.
They would notify him that they were there. Sometimes Butch would let us know, sometimes he wouldn't, and
Right.
they would catch people drinking or being overserved or whatever the case. And
Yeah.
if you remember Diggers how I remember Diggers, when I first started there, it was shoulder to shoulder,
Yeah.
packed.
Yeah.
You would get engulfed by the crowd.
Yeah.
It was so wild.
Yep.
And then Oil Can, that's one bar I actually missed because in Fort McMurray, really the only place we have left would be East Village Pub that does live music. But it wasn't like Oil Can though.
That's
A
right.
big dance floor and rock music and
right.
57 North does live music as well. Or,
Oh, do they?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome! I didn't know that. See, I haven't been there in
Yeah.
quite a while.
Well, COVID kind of shut us all down.
What was
for
it
live
called
music.
before?
Canadian Brew? No, not Canadian
Wood
Brew.
Buffalo Brewing House.
Oh,
Company.
yes,
That's
yes,
right.
that's
That's
it,
what it was.
yeah.
That place it used to be Don Cherry's.
Oh, Jesus!
It used to be Don Cherry's. And then back in the day, if you go far, far back, it's the original location for Boston Pizza.
Oh,
in
really?
Fort McMurray.
See, I think
Yeah.
that's before my time.
Yeah, this is back in like the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
way
yeah. This is
before
back
my
in the 80s. Yeah, it used to be. That's the original Boston Pizza, where that place is. So,
Cool.
yeah, man, Fort McMurray has a pretty interesting history. Like,
It does.
yeah, it's been a.
My fiance now, I told her about the trailer park that used to be down by Walmart,
Oh yeah,
and she was like, "There was a trailer park down there." So, oh yeah, full
yeah.
on trailer park. When I
Yeah.
first moved here, it was
Rydell.
there, and the
Rydell
the
Street, man.
hotel was still by Showgirls.
My
Yeah,
father actually lived in that trailer park.
Oh, really?
down at Rydell Street.
Yeah, the one behind Walmart.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow,
That's wild.
those were rough trailers, man.
They were, yeah.
Yeah, he lived down there.
Yeah,
He has some stories from living down there.
no
Guaranteed.
doubt.
Yeah.
But yeah, you had the Riviera Hotel
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's a lot of things that aren't here anymore that used to be, and I don't know. The Diggers thing is a sad one, just because it was historical. A lot of people liked to go there.
There was no reason for it to go.
And that's right. It's just an empty parking lot right now. So hopefully the municipality has some plans. We'll see what they put there.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I get it. You know what? They had plans. Economy goes down. Plans have to
Exactly.
change. So I get it.
Changes
But
happen.
dude, the amount of time I spent there, ridiculous.
Same.
Ridiculous. So I still like going to bars. So I spend most of my time now EVP, hands down. Tanner's been taking me down to Original Joe's
Oh,
Shout
did
out
that open
OJ's.
back up yet?
last week.
Oh, did it? Nice.
Last week.
You should
And-
go there. They have fantastic food and drinks.
And the staff there.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's good.
Real
But
good people.
The bar for me now, if I want to like flashback to Diggers and whatnot, is I go to the Black Horse.
Oh, yeah.
I like the Black Horse, man.
That's still the original
That's
place.
right.
It gives me the Bailey's vibe, the original
The
Bailey's.
original Bailey's when it was all
Yes.
wood.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I got a story. I know the guy doesn't watch. He doesn't care. I won't say his last name. I used to work with this guy. His name was Chad. And we used to work at Superstore back when we were young adults.
Yeah.
And we used to go to Bailey's before our shift and hang out with the old men, have a drink, play some pool, take the edge off before one beer before work. We were ridiculous. Listen, I was young and stupid. I don't recommend it. But yeah, the old Bailey's was so like old man, old school. It was. We don't have like no diss on the new Bailey's. It looks amazing. The renovations
Absolutely,
is
yeah,
amazing.
it looks really nice.
But there's something about like a low roof and wood and just a smaller environment.
Yeah.
That's what a bar is, man.
Where everybody knows your name.
That's it. Well,
and that place was you could walk in there and see the same regulars there almost every day.
That's it. Yeah. So same with Patty's back in the day used to be like that as well.
It was. Yeah.
So the reason I bring up the Black Horse is because you and I go to the same barbershop.
We do.
Thickwood Barbershop next to the Black Horse Pub. How did you find this Fort McMurray gem?
Thickwood Barbershop, really. I didn't start going to the barbershop until I would say 6 years ago.
Right.
I always shaved my head and I never grew a beard or anything. But once I was introduced there, a lot of my friends all went, like Chris Shabib that passed away, and Bugsy, Dan Charles, he had passed away as well. But those were guys that told me to go there.
Right.
So once I got introduced to Ali, and he fixed me up, and I was like, damn, I look good. You know?
Yeah, man.
And then it just stuck, and it's such a good vibe in that barbershop.
Yeah, man.
I feel so comfortable going there and being able to talk and just, know that you're getting taken care of. And, even if, let's just say, for instance, you went there, you didn't have no money. Ali is the type of guy, kind-hearted, and not only Ali, but the rest of the guys up there are so kind-hearted that they would say, hey, man, here's a haircut. We'll see you next week.
Yeah. Yeah, they are, man.
Yeah, just the vibe there is such a great environment. And Ali put such care into his haircut. Well, they all do.
Yeah.
I keep saying Ali, but that's
who you go to.
Yeah,
that's
everybody
that's
has
like me.
specific.
I go to Ali.
Yeah.
Mo, Mark, all the rest of the boys, they're awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just going to Ali. Yeah, I'm just going to Ali. I'm the same way. My buddy Connor Brady. Big shout out to Connor for hooking me up with Ali. And Connor lives in Calgary. He wants to do this show so bad. He messages all the time. Connor, we're going to figure out how to get you on this show.
Zoom.
Yeah. But, I like yourself, my hair was shaved for years. And then I started growing it, and I was going to different barbers trying to figure something out. But going to even, like, salons just wasn't working.
No.
Wasn't working. And Connor, cool guy, has awesome hair. I was like, man, where do you go? You got slick-looking hair. He's like, dude, you don't know about Ali? I'm like, no, I don't know about Ali. And yeah, same kind of thing. It was about 6 years ago. Hooked up with Ali. He listened. He told me what I wanted, and I was like, or what I should do. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then, dude, I'm there once a week, especially now since
Same.
I shaved my head. When I had long hair, it was funny. Ali's like, dude, the long hair, what are you doing? You don't come in as much anymore. I'm like, But now that I shaved my head again, I got to go in there every week and get the beard and hair done nice.
Absolutely. Same. I'm the same way. And he actually created this haircut.
Nice.
I will never create
looking
it. It
sharp.
was a haircut. Yeah, but he said, this is what looks good on you.
Yeah.
And you need to have this. And I absolutely love it.
That's it, man.
Beyonce
it looks sick with
it.
the fade.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Looks
absolutely.
Good. All right, man. We're a part of the show where Tanner's going to do his segment. It's called the Mac City Minute.
Okay.
He's going to hit you with some questions. Good luck. I don't know what he's going to ask you.
Absolutely.
Tanner, hit him with the Mac City Minute.
Question number 1. What is the best story you have involving one of your tattoos?
Oh, God. I would say it would have to be this tribal on my arm. I ended up getting it at McMurray Inn. Wouldn't say it's the best place to get a tattoo, but it was definitely the most interesting to get it there. A friend of mine, Ryan, I'm not sure if he's still up here or not, but I went to see him and got one of those cheap hotel tattoos, and it's kind of something I've always remembered, really.
Question number 2. As a streamer, what is one video game people might not know you like to play?
So for anybody that doesn't know, I stream on Twitch, www.twitch.tv/Castro Cazador. Games that I play are Warzone and Apex Legends, a few different games. But one game they probably don't know that I play role-playing games, World of Warcraft.
Oh.
I don't stream that necessarily, but the game is like crack. It's once you play, you can't stop.
Question number 3. What is your guilty pleasure jam out song?
Ooh. I would have to say, what is the song by Green Day? 1 sec. I'm going to look it up because I know this answer.
Okay, well, he's looking it up. I'm going to tell you my guilty pleasure jam out song. And it's not a song, it's a group. It's the Spice Girls. So I've told this story once or twice on the show, but when I used to throw parties back in the day, I'd have this mix of just like 90s rap, like hardcore.
Yeah.
Like, and everybody be in the garage playing foosball, partying, drinking. We'd have snowboard videos in the background. So it's like it's a dude environment. And then all of a sudden in this mix, Spice Girls would come on. Yeah. And everybody would like, the party would stop and they'd look at me and I'd be like, listen, try to get through this song without smiling or tapping your foot. I dare you. And then by the end of the song, everybody's dancing, singing it. Yeah. Bunch of dudes. It's like, I told you, man, Spice Girls just make you happy. So that's my guilty pleasure song or band.
If it's a guilty pleasure, then I would have to say one group comes to mind is Ace of Base.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes. I bought it.
You can't put that on the stereo and not like it.
No, right? I bought Ace of Base CD when it came out because I'm like, man, I saw the sign is a banger.
It is, yeah.
And I got massacred by my buddies.
Oh, really?
Oh, my Lord. Did the teasing start?
Yeah.
So I had to be a closet Ace of Base fan for years. But yeah.
They're really good.
They're really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Question number 4. What is your craziest moment working at Diggers?
Oh, my God. For anybody that knows Diggers knows it's that place taught me how to fight.
No doubt.
It taught me how to bang. I would say the craziest moment was when I left. When I finally retired, more or less, from bouncing. I got surrounded by all the other bouncers in a walk-in, and they said you could either do this the easy way or the hard way. The hard way was fighting them. They weren't gentle, so it would have been an actual fight almost.
Yeah.
They tied me to a chair, pulled my pants down to my boxers, put grenadine whipped cream all over me and took pictures and then put it on the wall. So I would say that takes the cake.
There you go.
It's something I've never forgotten.
Yeah.
And Holly Mentis, if you know who she is, she likes to repost this. Mom is what I call her.
Yeah.
She likes to repost this picture all the time, so I don't forget.
That's awesome.
We might need to get our hands on that photo.
Yeah.
And your final question, what is your favorite way to relax in Fort McMurray?
Well, I had a life change around 26 years old. A dramatic life change where I really cut a lot of people out of my life and moved forward. So I got really antisocial. And one thing I found to get by is riding. In the summer is my R1. Putting music on and riding, and not only that, but gaming. It puts you into a different, zone to where you forget about your stress, you forget about problems, you can unwind, and just relax.
Yeah.
Right?
Those have been your 5 questions.
Awesome.
I stopped playing video games about 10 years ago, and I remember the day and what happened. I used to love the Grand Theft Auto games.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable. I've been playing them since it was on the computer. You're looking bird's eye view.
Yeah, you're looking down 2D.
So, anyways, my buddy, he gives me the new Grand Theft Auto, and I'm like, okay, I'll play it. He's like, yeah, I'm over it. I don't like it. You can have it. So he gives it to me. My wife comes home at around 3:30, and I pop it in, and she's like, hey, you're on your own for dinner night. I'm going out with my friends. So I'm like, okay, see you later. She pieces out, comes back, and then like looks at me like I'm a ghost, and she's like, have you been sitting there the whole time? And I'm just like, what are you talking about? Like, you just left. And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I thought you were going out with your friends. Why are you home so quick? She's like, Elliot, look out the window. When she left, it was a summer day, Fort McMurray.
Yeah.
Bright blue sky. Pitch black. She's
So
like,
it's probably about 2 in the morning.
yeah. She's like, it's 1 o'clock. I was like, I didn't eat. I didn't use the washroom. I didn't move. And in the game, I accomplished nothing. I was just like walking around, checking out the world. And at that moment, I was like, oh yeah, these video games are getting too intense. I gotta stop.
There.
Like
There.
for me, I was just like, so now I'm pretty happy. I got my little boy Keegan, 6 years old. So I busted out all the old school games. So I've got the Super Nintendo, the Nintendo, and the Nintendo 64 out. And so we're playing some old school games like WWF Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I'm having a ball. Like I always pick Razor Ramon.
Oh man, how? And I'm the bad guy. All my friends call me Razor Ramon. Like,
Yeah.
Hey yo.
Yeah,
Uh,
with the toothpick,
yes.
Chico, just flicking it.
you know what's funny? If you check out my stream,
Yeah.
you're gonna see that it's NWO based.
Okay.
I have a custom made NWO sign with
Nice.
white and the elite red and black.
Yeah.
I'm always wearing NWO clothing.
That's
That's
awesome.
insane. And Razor Ramon was my favorite.
Razor Ramon, he was the man. But
was.
like the old school thing, like now that I'm playing the game again, like I love the theme music that they had, like Shawn Michaels and Bret the Hitman Hart.
Oh yeah.
Even like Yokozuna, I was just like, man. I don't watch wrestling anymore.
No,
The
me
new
either.
school, I don't. Maybe it's still good. Like I have no idea. But
It's not.
no, it's not. It turned into, and it always was a soap opera. It always was. However, it just got to the point for me where I'm like,
They canceled out, so I watch videos usually all the time. Like if you look at my YouTube now, it's all wrestling.
yeah.
I can't remember what year, but they actually signed Vince McMahon of the WWE signed an agreement that there would be no more blood and it would be PG rated.
Oh.
So the Attitude Era was done.
Right.
That's why now it's kind of corny.
That's right. Yeah.
It's more kid based
That's right.
instead of adults where they're cursing and
Like Stone Cold Steve Austin
Yeah.
crushing beers.
yeah, you'll
Yeah.
never see that again.
Never. I just taught my son the People's Elbow. So we were watching The Rock, and he was just like, "Well, who is this guy?" Because he likes the eyebrows. Like, this is the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, Keegan.
Yeah.
He's like, "This guy is cool." I'm like,
yeah.
"Yeah." He's like, "Why isn't he in the video game?" I'm just like, years later.
Yeah,
Years later.
absolutely. Yeah.
So we are definitely going well over time. But before you go, let's talk a little bit about your Twitch page. Tell me tell the people at home what's it about, how they can find you. Let's hear about this. Let's try to get it as many followers as we can.
That'd be absolutely amazing. So guys in Fort McMurray, could love your support on my Twitch page. I've been streaming now about 2 years. I stream video games. I do just chatting. To me, it is a getaway and also a place to be funny, to let anger out, to have good conversation with people. You can follow me at www.twitch.tv/CastroCazador. And yeah, if you like to watch people get angry, because I kind of have an anger problem when it comes to video games, or a place to laugh and have good conversation, then definitely stop through and make sure to hit that follow. And if you'd like to subscribe, you can subscribe. But yeah, I'd really appreciate it. And yeah,
Sweet.
definitely.
All right, man. Well, listen, that's today's episode finished.
Cool.
You got to come back. We could do this.
Absolutely.
We
We
again and
have
again.
a lot to talk about.
Yeah, man. Sweet. Okay, well, on that note, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world, this has been the Mac City Morning Show. I've been your host, Elliot Pierre. Thanks for tuning in. It does mean the world to me. Hopefully you're having a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
I said this. That's another Mac City Morning Show done.
It's so ballistic!
Talk about quenching your ugly thirst.